it's going to be high fees all the time. It's going to be 1 to 3% more than the ones who get like lower. Aggregator get this game for like 9%, but he sells for 12%, for example. In reality, you can do without setup fee, without monthly minimum fee, and 3% on average. I can do it for 70% of clients. Okay, gaming providers. Let's start with the companies. Here are some of them. Actually, it's pretty close to reality. Tier 1 aggregators. So Swiss, Aggregator, Everymatrix, BetConstruct, SBTech. There's definitely big ones. Tier 1, yeah, definitely. So what aggregators do? Basically, you come to them with casino. Like you have casino just platform website without games. It's just empty casino without games. It's just like frame. And you want to integrate game inside your casino. And integration of games done with aggregators, it's the simplest way and the easiest way and fastest way, because instead of going to every 200 gaming providers, like Evolution, Pragmatic, Attend, Microgaming, Hacksaw Gaming, etc., you go to gaming providers with all the games available. You can do it with Swiss, Aggregator, Everymatrix, pretty similar games. They almost the same, if not the same for everyone. Hub88 specifically created for game aggregation, for example. And you would ask a question, why I should go to Swiss and not to Hub88, or vice versa, why Hub88, not Swiss? It's not a simple question to answer. And the reason is in functionality and conditions. Because when you go to Swiss, there are also 3 types of financial parts you need to know about. First is setup fee, second is monthly minimum fee, and the third one is revenue share. And meanwhile, I will just start explaining how it works.
Regulators don't send push notifications, but we do. We collect all global updates directly from the source. Join the MGL Telegram news channel for the news that actually matters to your business.
And whenever you go to any gaming provider, there will be sales manager who will check your project, ask about your GGR, your volume, etc. And in reality, people already understand in what scale you are. If you're the big operator and you'll bring a lot of money, if you're a small operator and you're not going to bring a lot of money, and depending on this, they prepare the offers. How they understand it. First of all, if you're new, you don't understand what is going on, in 90% of cases, it's going to be that they're going to give you high fees. If you don't understand, it's going to be high fees all the time. It's going to be 1 to 3% more than the ones who get lower fees. Especially if you understand nothing about gaming, they can tell you bigger percentage, especially if you have the trust of them, and they can just get bigger percentage from you. And if you're new, but you have a lot of money, or you are influencer, you have big database of some people who want to play in your casino when it's going to be ready, something like that, it's good potential. You can get lower percentage, but not always. They always start with higher, so they will have room for negotiations. And also, they put priority for you. If you have a lot of money, you are new, you are the biggest client for them, because they can get this money from you, help you to grow casino. And if you grow, the client grows, they will grow, their bonuses will grow. So that's what they're interested. And in some time, they always say hey, you was just newbie, I couldn't give you better percentage, but right now you're making money, so we can discuss, negotiate. What we have, and there are casinos with experience, they know how to negotiate properly. The idea here, by the way, guys, if you want to get better percentage, in reality, you need to tell higher GGR you expect. And you need to have something which can support your words. Like you say, we are planning to make 100 GGR in 6 months, and it's going to be 1 million GGR in 2 years, for example, monthly GGR. Or you can say it's going to be 100K GGR in 3, 5, 6 months, and it's going to be average for Europe. Average for new casino for Europe, and it's going to be considering that you understand what is going on. So yeah, but for clients with money, you can say it's 1 million and they're going to be let it, because you have money, you have different positioning yourself. You are not equal with the sales. You are on a higher level, like these people, such people put themselves. So what we have monthly minimum fee. What it is? Let's start with setup fee. Setup fee. Right now, almost nobody gives setup fee. Setup fee is mandatory for new casinos. New casinos just starting, they don't know what is going on, and you see not good potential, so you just ask for setup fee because you don't want to spend your resources for integration of the games inside this casino, for troubleshooting, etc. In case if he doesn't make money. Because if casino doesn't make money and ask you a lot of things to do, a lot of questions, a lot of changes, etc., you just spend a lot of your resources and you get nothing back. So that's why setup fee sometimes mandatory for small casinos who doesn't know what they do. Especially without setup fee, most likely you're not gonna be able to get this offer at all. Oh yeah, it's here actually. So yeah, it's one-time integration fee paid in the beginning to connect the aggregators platform. It covers a lot of things, but the main idea that they integrate the games. And usual average percentage for markup for aggregators is usually from 3 to 6%, because 3% is minimum for most of the aggregators. 6% is kind of the number in between, 3, 4, 5, 6%. It's kind of in the middle, the ones which casinos get. And you would ask why I should go to aggregator and not to, for example, directly to provider. Why not go to, for example, Evolution Gaming and integrate all their games directly and pay 9% instead of 12%? You can do this, and this is the case with big casinos. And but also there is some kind of small tricks. For example, in agreement, which you sign with aggregators, there is usually the kind of timeline which you must use their aggregator. Some specific games, like you must use Evolution Gaming, not just, but you must work with this aggregator for 36 months. This is the average timeline, 3 years. And if you want to kind of, how it's called, stop the agreement, you must tell 12 months in advance, or 1 month in advance of the annual renewals. So it's kind of think with aggregators, so you need to be very careful with legal part. But in reality, you can do small negotiations, but you will not be able to change these conditions a lot, maybe just a little. And in reality, aggregator also cannot do anything. I mean, they can do something, especially if you're a big player, but if it's small casino, they can do nothing. They are not interested to kind of fight for you. If you make 100K GGR or 500,000 GGR, because you can go and to other aggregator, they can integrate and they can start using it. And in your aggregator, they can stop using your aggregator and show you zero money and simple say, yeah, we don't use it or something like that. It doesn't matter. So why you cannot go just to Evolution and get this indirectly? First of all, integration problems. Evolution reply you once a month. You ask them, we're ready to integrate. In a month, they send you agreement. You sign. In a month, they countersign. Then you say, okay, let's start integration. In a month, they create the chat with the team, and it starts very slowly, something like that. But it's super slow process. And Evolution also gonna charge you a lot. They don't want to have just spend their resources for something, and they're gonna charge you a lot for either monthly minimum fees or setup fees or all together. And you will start with percentage, approximately plus 3% on top of what aggregator gets, because you don't bring any value right now. You just some company from the side for them. You're new for them, and they want to see you making some money, and you'll need to negotiate it. So the idea is that aggregators did all the negotiations for you. They did all the integrations and all the paperwork, and you just sign one agreement, you do one integration, you get quicker and faster services, and you get conditions sometimes even better than if you go directly. It's not with everyone, it's with big providers, but if you go for somewhere what was popular in Brazil, Stripe, popular in Brazil, in other countries, there are other aggregators popular in other countries. If you go to them, you can get lower percentage, you can get faster integration, and you can get good kind of agreement, and maybe even better than with aggregator, because they're smaller. They won't have such people directly, and they're gonna be kind of fine and happy with that, and they happy to establish relationships and maybe push their services harder. So that's why with medium and smaller gaming providers, it's easier to get integration directly, and you can get maybe better conditions. But what it makes for you, it makes, instead of one integration with aggregator, it makes one integration with aggregator plus 5, 10, 15 integrations with small providers. It makes a lot of work for your IT team. So it's not for everyone. You need to be big one. You understand? So that's why this chain with aggregator is always useful. And people change to direct integrations only if they make a lot of money there with specific provider. And they integrate on the specific provider. So that's the case. That's why aggregators exist, and that's why they're gonna exist, and that's why they're gonna make money, a lot of money on you. And there is fight between aggregators. Why and how? Because they want clients are limited. There are a limited number of clients. And if, for example, 1xBet, 1win, stake, etc., they don't use one aggregator. They use a lot of aggregators, like 3-5 aggregators here. I know some of them use 3, definitely. I know some of them use 5, and usually it's like around 3. And the idea is that you get some games cheaper from one aggregator, and you get some games which are not available from another aggregator in this specific. And you do the same with the second, and the third with the third. That is that you lower your fees, getting lower commissions from every provider. Like Evolution here 12%, another aggregator at 13, and another one is 14. You go to the one with 12%, and you understand my point. And they fight. For example, with this work, like once in a year, once in half a year, they go to aggregator and they say, hey, this kind of aggregator number one, like let's assume it's going to be Hub 88, Pariplay, and SmartSoft. So, for example, and these 3 aggregators aggregated within the casino, and this like casino goes to Hub 88, 12% evolution, but he used Pariplay with 13%. Go to Pariplay, say, hey, Hub 88 gave me 12%. I wanted the same while leaving. And Pariplay either give or they leave. In 90% of cases, Pariplay will give lower percentage. Super simple. And that's how they lower this fees. Of course, there is some limit. When aggregators say, no, I don't want to leave. And then client needs to decide if he want to leave, because also it's going to be maybe some extra work to do, or maybe some extra things to do, switching, and if it's worth or not. And if it's worth, yes. So we spoke about money. There is also monthly minimum fee I wanted to discuss. This is the guaranteed minimum payment per month, regardless of actual GGR. I will show you simple idea. For example, 1K GGR. This is what monthly made by casino. This is how much they make. And for example, they pay like, let's just for simplicity say 10% for some provider like Pragmatic. So they pay 10,000 K to aggregator from GGR. And it can be a few cases. For example, 5K monthly minimum fee. In this case, casino mandatory to pay minimum 5K, but because casino made 10K total, casino pays to aggregator only 10K. If monthly minimum fee is, for example, 15K, so in this case, casino pays 10K for sure. Yes, definitely, it's agreed. But because 10K is not covering 15K, it will be mandatory to pay 15K. Doesn't matter how much you made, you pay 15K minimum. Minimum, it's mandatory. And if you make like 1K here, you pay 15K here, and you pay 5K here because it's minimum. You cannot pay less than this amount, no matter what kind of GR you do with providers, to get some bonuses, some kind of special offers for their clients. So that's the idea, that you get a lot of bonuses, a lot of additional value to the casino. That's why they stay with you, even if you pay 1, 2, 3% more. That's the reality. And it can be some settings. You can set up a lot of settings for players, for groups of players, for types of players, for all the casinos, for every game specifically, for every type of game specifically, for all the games, etc. It's like hundreds settings inside. And for big casinos, it's super important. For small casinos, it doesn't matter. Like, they don't understand it. They just want to start and they do something. I mean, not experienced, but for big casinos, it's very important. So that's why if you have some kind of additional values, that's why you're gonna stay with this specific provider. In reality, for example, there is provider state.io. Nice guys. The owner is from Hub 88. The owner is ex-director or something like that. The one who not created Hub 88, but who helped to become Hub 88 as a big aggregator. So, and what I wanted to say. And yeah, for example, they focus on the service. State.io focus on the service, and they reply faster. They more kind of personality, more, like better support for casinos. And some people prefer this, but they charge like 1-2% more on average. And they have a lot of clients just because it's good service in terms of like faster solving clients' problems, and in more like personal level, not just like in agreement we cannot do this, but more in the personal level. So there's ones, maybe 10, not okay, 5, 10 tier 1, maybe 25, 30 tier 2, and tier 3 it's like 100 plus, a lot of them. And people don't understand which one to choose, why to choose this one, and how to negotiate. And what we can do, first of all, we can propose consulting for them. We can consult, help them to choose, negotiate, considering their priorities. What we can do 2 things. First of all, consulting. We can help to choose the ones which are super interesting, super good. This is for the people who don't ask for us specifically, I want to aggregate with you. In reality, what we do, we just introduce to the aggregator, and the company discuss and kind of this aggregator conditions, what they need, etc. And aggregator gives the offer. That's the simplest thing we can do, proper and the right recommendation of aggregator. Preferable to go with 2 or 3, just because you have leverage in negotiations, because all these negotiations happens not just within 1 day, it's going to take in some time. This is the kind of basic package we can say. The all-inclusive, and then VIP is going to be all-inclusive is when we do properly prepare a client for negotiations, check his project, maybe discuss his platform, what he needs, and do kind of more deep dive research on him. And then we give 2-3 options and we help him with negotiations. I think it's like all-inclusive / VIP package, where we also help with negotiations, proper negotiations to get the best offer information for you. We don't get commission. We don't charge. I mean, you can say it for clients too. We don't charge commission on top. We don't charge commission more than, for example, aggregator come to us saying, hey, this is the offer, and in the offer it's on average 12%. We don't charge 13% to the client. We get percentage from the 12% because we have kind of referral agreement where we kind of refer a client and we get fees for it from this. That's the idea. Biggest advantage, because we know where aggregate, because there are, for example, big providers like Evolution, Pragmatic, EGT, Amusenet, NetEnt, Sprite we can call kind of big, Relax also big one, kind of big / medium, EGT, Relax, microgaming, probably this is all part of Evolution, Microgaming, and a 10 part of Evolution, but they were bought by Evolution. What else? Playtech, also big one. Playtech, maybe a few others. Let me check. Big Time Gaming, yeah. Big Time Gaming, Read the Room, something like that. This Read's Room are from Betcastrad, one of their sub-brands. Yuzugi Everplay, they long time, but I'm not sure. Okay, Yuzugi Everplay. Okay, the idea that for Evolution, Pragmatic, GTM, Usenet, probably Natent, Stripe, and Relax, Microgame, yeah. Probably for all of these providers, you get lower percentage. Like, for example, Aggregator get like 9% for Evolution, and you get 12%. But there is provider, for example, Hog Gaming, and for Hog Gaming, you get like, I don't know, like 5%, for example, Aggregator gets, but they sell it for 10%. So margin here is 3%, number of the biggest GGR, but with Hog Gaming, you get bigger kind of margin. Or for example, like another example, Color Gaming, or 3OX, I'm not sure what is their name, and you pay 5% and you sell it for 12%, for example. Sell for 12%, and you get like already 7% as a margin. So they need. I was the person who was working like selling games, and I understand how in reality it works, all the tricks, all the like approaches, and I can help the casinos to make best offer in the beginning for that, because in reality you can do without setup fee, without monthly minimum fee, and 3% on average. I can do it for 70% of clients. If you're just starting, you don't know, and you don't understand what you do, and you have no money, of course I cannot do this. But if you have money, definitely, believe me, setup fee, monthly minimum fee, we can remove it. 3% on average markup, yes, we can do this. So you just need to have the right approach. This is what you need to sell to the clients more. You need to sell this. You need to sell not maybe your own knowledge, but you need to sell knowledge of our company, like kind of my knowledges. You need to show that we can do for clients exactly the best for them. We can save them money and get the best deal, and the client is going to be maybe not priority, but more or less priority. So let's wrap up, guys. Any questions regarding gaming providers, anything?
Yeah, not for now. I mean, I'll go through the video again, and if I have questions, I'll just ask on the group.
Sounds good. Also check with Claude if you can play some demo games, like, you know, Evolution, Pragmatic, or other games, just to see how it works. There are also different types of games. There are like fishing games, there are crash games, there are live dealers, slots, betting, live betting also, like there are plenty of games. Table games, yeah, thank you. There are plenty of games, and there are also like different types of games. There are branding games, like because based on like I don't know, Batman, some slots based on Batman, because, and they're going to be more expensive because they need to pay revenue share to Batman, the copyright, you know. There are premium games, there are arcades, plenty of them, and crypto games, and just name it. There are virtual games. So there are different types of games. It's also important for you to know just what kind of type of games they use, that they exist. Just play some of them, especially I like fishing games. They're quite interesting, but you never been there. All right, let's finish it.